go on to Fraser Island, what sort of research and management we should be doing around the population. How do we manage people? Is it something that we need to consider as well? What about the conservation of dingoes and their welfare? And how does the dingo fit within the natural environment of Fraser Island? So they're the kind of questions that EcoSure are asking the public, and keen to hear what the public have to say.
You mentioned a key point there, education, and that seems to come up every time there's an incident involving a dingo. What do you think needs to change?
Well, look, I'm being very careful not to say too much as to what I think needs to change.
Yeah, not to preempt the review, obviously.
That's exactly right. It is. The intent here is that there has been a strategy in place for a number of years. It needs to be reviewed, and I want it to be independent of any government perception. That's why EcoSure have been employed to do it, why we put Professor Hugh Cossington in charge of the scientific panel that's going to review the outcome. So really, all I want to ask is that the community out there, the public out there, have their input into this. We know it's a sensitive issue, a very emotive issue. There are people who are very concerned about the welfare of dingoes, and then there's obviously the tourism market that want to make sure we continue to protect the tourists.
Now, of course, it was only a couple of months ago that a German tourist was mauled by a dingo. Those comments that came out at the time, obviously you need something formal when you're conducting a review. So if people had something to say then, you're encouraging them to actually put it in writing this time round.
That's correct. Look, there are going to be public consultations held up in Maribor, but this is an opportunity for those people who, a bit further afield, who have an intimate relationship with Fraser Island, perhaps spend their holidays up there or head up for the tailor fishing season, who want to have their say as well. This is their opportunity to have their say.
Minister, thanks so much for your time.
My pleasure, Craig, anytime.
Environment Minister Andrew Powell. So just do a search through the government website.